Bear with me, you guys. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Bear with me, you guys. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Bear with me, you guys. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. What's going on, you guys? This is EB Crypto, Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money. This is EB Crypto, Eric Brett. You guys know me. I'm the homie from the hood, from the CPT from Compton. But guess what? I was the first guy from Compton on YouTube talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Bitcoin Cash, the first one from Compton. But check this out. Don't be surprised because I've been the first one to do a lot of things from Compton. But at the same time, I'm here to talk about the Pulsechain. I'm the first one from Compton talking about Pulsechain. So I'm doing a video right now. And the name of this video, first of all, like and subscribe to my channel, to the Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money, because we will be covering a lot of things going on in the world. Oh my God, it's heating up right now. It is heating up. Things are coming to a head. There is a huge currency war that's been going on for years that is actually leading to a trade war and eventually a war. So people, this is a serious time to be living. There's a lot of things that's going to happen that won't be so pleasant. So it requires of all of us to have our thinking caps on, to be researching and doing our due diligence as to what we should do, how we should be recreating ourselves at this critical time in history, because there's some serious repercussions from our actions and our carelessness economically that is leading to a physical confrontation. And that's what happens. Most wars are behind resources, policies, and bottom line, money. So I'm here today from the Family Cash Machine, EB Crypto, and I want to talk about what happened to all the Pulsechain influencers. Now, I see those that are serious. There's a lot of influencers that's still in the game, and I'm proud of them. And they're doing their thing. Heartbeat, the guy named Heartbeat, he's doing it Texas. You know, they're putting the whole Texas coin of Texas on the Pulsechain. I'm so proud of that guy. He saw this, he believed in it, and he's continuing with it. But there's so many others that were so loud, and now I don't see them anymore. I don't hear them anymore. Where are you? Where are you? You're gone. I want to say this. First of all, let me give credit where credit is due. Richard Heart, I love you. I love you and what you're doing. I love what you are doing. And I think that when I first saw Richard Heart talk about Hex, I didn't really get it. I saw him debating someone when he first was at the concept of Hex. But I thought Hex was just something where you just go and you get Hex from Bitcoin and that was it. Had no idea really what it was. Now, since I found out about it about a year and a half ago, I am a 555er. I'm a Hexakin. I'm a Pulsechain and everything else that Richard Heart stands for, because this guy here has been called every name in the book with no actual facts. They called him a scammer, but there's no victim. I mean, he's really gotten a raw deal, but it hasn't deterred him. He's so brilliant. Not only did he create Hex, he figured out the entire ecosystem and how it should work to sustain itself and to have true sustainability with it. See, I'm seeing so many different people come up with cryptocurrencies that are decentralized, and they might have a great technical function, but because a lot of these guys are techie guys, developers, they're not quite savvy or very uninformed, I would say, when it comes to economics. Now, cryptocurrency has an ability to be a use case as well as a economic function, an economic ecosystem. So I think that most of the developers, if they don't have enough knowledge in the economic area, they need people on their team. They can't just make a technical, techie, functional coin with use, but doesn't make sense economically because there's no sustainability there and no longevity. Richard Heart has been a multimillionaire before he became into the crypto industry. He was already retired. So I get so angry when these, I would say haters, straight up haters, try to label this guy. Oh, I saw somebody last week say, well, Hex is a scam because Richard Heart has all the coins. Well, I'm going to say this. I've been in this industry since 2015. I saw Charlie Lee of Litecoin dump on everybody. I saw Vitalik Buterin dump on everybody. I saw all these different companies, even the guy from Ripple. All these companies, they had all those coins. They had the majority of coins, and they dumped. And Richard Heart has had Hex for 3 years now. And he hasn't dumped his coins, and he's still a billionaire. And he hasn't dumped on everybody because it's his product and he has an objective that's bigger than money. See, people that do that kind of stuff, they get desperate and they do that. See, when you have money already and used to having money and you're a self-made billionaire or multi, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millionaire, and you have a purpose. The purpose is more important than the money. Richard Heart has a purpose. He wants to make this industry better. He wants to make it more decentralized. He wants to make it work for people so this can do what it was intended to do, which is to free you economically and to enhance your creativity so we can create on the blockchain multiple functions and multiple things that could free people from transactions and free us from corporate regulations as well, and allow us to operate and function in a more free manner, which to me represents more money. Whenever you can move freely without restrictions and limits, that represents more money to me. When you have too many restrictions, it suffocates, it strangles the transactions, and it strangles your business. So again, I want to give props to Richard Heart. I really want to give props to him. I haven't given him enough props because this guy, you know, looks so good to be so beat up on. I mean, they just beat on this man for no reason. He's probably done more for cryptocurrency right now than anybody, you know, in the cryptocurrency industry that I know of right now. You know, there's a lot of people that made sacrifices. I know Charlie Trim made a lot of sacrifices, went to jail. I had an opportunity to go to Las Vegas to a convention that was for a fundraiser for Ralph, the guy with Silk Road. Man, what's his name? Ross Albrecht. You know, I was able to donate for him because he's got life in jail. You know, a lot of people made a lot of sacrifices, and I believe some people have been killed. You know, I don't want to go to names, but there's a lot of cryptographers. I can go down a list that mysteriously died that might have been a part of the whole cypherpunks. We're not going to get into that right now. But again, there's been many sacrifices to get this industry to where it's at. I know the history. I'm not a guy that just jumped in this to make money. I'm a guy that wanted to understand what this was about. I'm a guy that had to understand the functionality and understand the technology, understand the philosophy of cryptocurrency. I wanted to understand this because when I first got in this, I got in through a scam company. And I'm so happy I got scammed because it forced me to go to the fundamentals and learn. And I started with a movie called Banking on Bitcoin. And from that movie, I just started studying Ethereum. Ethereum had just came out. I started studying decentralization, what it was all about. I started studying the white papers. I started studying all and then I started reading every white paper that came out on Bitcoin Talk. So I was learning, and I have a few programmers on my team. So they were giving me the intricate information and understanding of the functional part of this technology. So I wanted to understand it. I didn't want to just be in this to make money. I wanted to understand what was this about. And I realized watching Banking on Bitcoin, this was a movement. It was a movement for freedom, financial freedom. Okay? So also what happened was Richard Heart created something and everybody called him a scammer. And it made more money than most of the coins in crypto. It did a 10,000x. And for 2 years, it outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they called him a scammer. But nobody lost their money. But it is going to probably do better than a lot of coins in the future. It's going to be swallowed up by Wall Street when they find out about Hex, basically a CD on the blockchain. CD usually means cash deposit. I don't like to say cash deposit because we're not dealing with cash. It's a crypto deposit on the blockchain that secures your value and isolates your value to where nobody can disrupt it. Nobody can confiscate it. Nobody even knows who you are. And it's just growing and growing and growing and growing in value. Now, right now, you know, the value went down a little bit on all the coins, but eventually Hex will get value that you won't believe because there's constant burning of coins. There's a constant depreciation of coins. So what's going to happen when there's not trillions of coins anymore? It's only billions. Where's the price going to be? What's going to happen when there's not billions of coins no more? It's only millions, hundreds of millions. Where's the price going to be? It has to go up because more and more and more people are finding use and more people are using it. More and more people are staking and locking these stakes in for 5, 5, 5, 5, which is 15 years. And it's depleting the coins. I don't know at what rate, but eventually it will be astronomical prices. It's inevitable. So it was ingenious what he created, ingenious. And now the Pulsechain, I heard so many people rah, 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 rah. And, you know, I'm an influencer too. So I got on the rah, rah too, you know, because I wanted to encourage people to be a part of this. But I'm still on my rah, rah. I'm never going to stop because there's still opportunity here, even if they didn't get any coins. If they didn't get coins, they can still ride the wave of the Pulsechain because there's going to be thousands of projects that might make a lot of money that's going to end up launching on that blockchain. This is a huge opportunity for a lot of people. But I want to say this again, in behalf of Richard Heart. He's done an amazing job. He has some amazing coins and some amazing ideas. And he doesn't just come out with a coin. He figures out the entire ecosystem of that coin. He figures out the longevity and sustainability of that coin before he launches it. So I want to say this, kudos to him. Thank you, Richard Heart. If you ever see my video here, I wanted to personally, EB Crypto, Eric Brent, thank you. Because I personally have about 40 or 50 people on my team that possess PulseX and Pulse and Hex. And I'll be instructing them and guiding them best I can on how to leverage it, how to stake, how to delay their gratification, how to take some profit sometime, but how to delay the majority of their gratification. I will be instructing them. I can't tell them how much coins to take out. I mean, I don't know each person's, you know, personal life situation, but I will be instructing people to do percentages. You know, take a percentage out, keep a percentage in. As the price start going up, take a percentage out, keep another percentage in. You know, just continue to ride the wave. Don't ever sell all of your coins. Always maintain the patience and perseverance that multimillionaires and billionaires have pursued in order to become wealthy. Nobody did it overnight. And a lot of people went through a lot of sacrifices and struggle and pain and hard work and time to get to certain statuses. So I encourage my team to have strategies with Hex, PHEX, with Pulsechain and PulseX. I encourage them to create strategies because there's so many things you're going to be able to do with this ecosystem that the brilliant genius Richard Heart has come up with. And again, he just doesn't get enough credit. He's starting to get a little notoriety. He's starting to get a little notice, a little fame. But I'm sure he didn't do it just for the fame. He really actually wanted to help this industry and help this industry to enhance this industry, to expand this industry, and to create something that would develop its way into a stage where a lot of people can make a lot of money. And I think that's what he was more concerned about. And so I want to say that what happened to everybody that was marketing? You guys got discouraged. You got discouraged and you got mad. I know Richard Heart said at first 3 months, 2 months. He kept saying 2 more months, 2 more months, 2 more months. I mean, I know that could have been frustrating for you guys. I mean, I want it to come out too. I'm sure he wants it to come out too. But perfection. There's no such thing as perfect, but I would rather wait another 6 months or so to have a system that is not getting hacked all the time. It's not being shut down. Because remember, Richard Heart Hex Coin has never been stopped. It has had 100% uptime. Google's been shut down before. Visa's been shut down before. Facebook's been hacked. I mean, I could go on and on. Binance been just hacked. So you know, there's nothing. Bitcoin's been hacked a couple times. There's nothing. Ethereum been hacked. There's nothing that had 100% uptime. Nothing. So he has a reputation to uphold. He wants to make sure this not only is going to fork and do what it's supposed to do, but this has the ability to have longevity, sustainability, trust even. If you don't have trust, you don't have nothing in crypto. You don't have trust. I mean, I'm sorry. You don't have nothing. So Richard Heart, I commend him again. And I want to say to those influencers that are discouraged right now, why are you discouraged? This guy is doing something that has never been done in the cryptocurrency space. Not only forking Ethereum, forking every coin on the Ethereum blockchain with a deflationary coin. I mean, this sounds easy. When he breaks it down, he can break it down so elaborately, it sounds really simple. But to actually make the computer function and make these systems and codings function the way your brain is seeing is working, it's two different things. So be patient. Don't stop marketing. Don't stop telling the people. Don't stop influencing people, because it's coming. And when it launches, it's going to be a beast. And the more people we can get involved now, get in position now, the sooner your profits come. Duh. Because when it launches, if it just pew, I'm sure all of you influencers have coins. I'm sure you're sitting on a ton of coins, post X and post. I'm sure you're sitting on a bunch of Hex, which will be forked, and you'll get more Hex on the P Hex side. So why are you stopped? Oh, you want to get paid right now? I want it to launch right now so we can get our money right now. Did you know Think and Grow Rich? I thought about this. One of the best-selling books ever in the history of books of that category. One of the best-selling books ever in the history of books in that category. Did you know Napoleon Hill wrote that book for 20 years? Didn't get paid a dime. Took him 20 years to finish that work. His great-grandchildren are eating from that book. And that taught me something when I saw that. I said, wow, this guy was dedicated to the vision of getting this work, this compilation together. He interviewed all these millionaires, Henry Ford, Edison. He talked to all these different people, interviewed all these different people, Carnegie, JP Morgan. 20 years. And didn't get a dime. Didn't get a dime. Not a dime. But the work that he laid out, what he did, is paying his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren. He's getting paid for a while. His family is eating on that for a long time. So yeah, be patient. Don't stop pushing the program. Don't stop teaching people, because again, if they miss the sacrifice, there is so many projects that launched on Ethereum. I literally sat back and watched. I didn't know what I was watching. I had just got in the cryptocurrency industry. I sat back and watched Ethereum for years evolve, grow, grow, grow. I literally watched, I don't know all the projects, there's thousands of them, but I literally saw 30 or 40 multi-million projects on Ethereum, where people made millions who invest in the projects that launched on Ethereum. It's going to be the same with Pulse. If someone didn't get in Pulse, they're going to have opportunity to invest in some of the platforms that will launch off of Pulse, or they might have an idea for a cryptocurrency that they can launch on Pulse, or maybe have a great idea, and maybe able to get the investors and people together and developers to put this thing together. So it's a lot that's going to come from this. But again, where are you, influencers? I see those that are there, but there's a whole lot of people that just dwindled out. Oh my God, it didn't launch yet. I'm going to go sit back and wait till it launched. No. Do you realize that a preacher's job doesn't start till he leaves the podium? Most of them think it's on the podium. His job really doesn't start till he leaves the podium. I'm not a preacher, but this is my understanding of spirituality. Your job starts when you leave the podium and interact with the people and do the work. So right now, we got to do the work. You all stand to make a bunch of money, and the more people we can make, enlighten them or educate them as to what's going to happen, the more lives that we can impact, because a lot of people are going to make a lot of money on this. It's my God, it's just mind-boggling when I think about where this thing is going to go. That's mind-boggling. And the reason I'm talking now, because I was moving, I was doing a lot of things with my family, my dad got sick. That's why you guys didn't see me. But I rushed back to this microphone when I sing. Everybody just kind of dwindled out. It just kind of like faded away. They just got discouraged because it didn't launch when I wanted to launch. We're dealing with some highly technical stuff. There's a lot of functions in the Pulse. There's so much going on there. It's going to take time to get it right. It might take another 5 months, 6 months. If it took another year, let's say we waited 2.5 years for it to launch, and then within a year after that, we millionaires. That's 3.5 years. Do you know a lot of people have never seen a million their whole life? 50 years, 60 years, worked their whole life, never had an opportunity or saw an opportunity or had the guts and balls to take a chance and an opportunity like you did to get Pulse. They'll never see millions. So if it took 3 years total, saying 2 years to develop and 1.5 years for us to ching, that's nothing. That's nothing to me to get the kind of money that I want to get. But at the same time, again, it's not just about the money. It's about enhancing this industry and allowing this industry to evolve to where it can go, because governments right now are positioning themselves to continue to control money. And we're going from Russia and China and BRICS. They want to take over and disrupt the dollar. But does it mean social justice? Is it going to mean change? Is it going to mean that the people are going to be more free with their money? No. All you're doing is going from one master to another master. And I think the next one might be worse because it's communism. They're not going to be promoting freedom. China is already a repressive regime. China is already a totalitarianism. I get too twisted with that word, but you know what I'm talking about. Totalitarianism. It's a government, authoritative government, a fascist government, communist government, go on and on and on. So they're fighting now to de-dollarize the dollar. I don't think it's going to be much better than what we have in the United States. On the other hand, in Europe, they're developing this CBDC coin, the centralized digital currency. That's not going to be to your benefit. So again, there's a lot at stake here. And we need to do this right, because this needs to be able to sustain and support the traffic, support the businesses, support the decentralization, support the smart contracts. It needs to be able to do what it's going to do. We don't want to launch something and it crash. I'm not interested in comets. I don't want to be a part of a comet company. Oh my God, look at it, so beautiful. Oh, where did it go? And it's gone. I want to be a part of the new bright and shining star that's evolving, that's going to be there for billions of years. I mean, not, nobody be here billions of years, but you understand what I'm saying. I want to be a part of something that's sustainable, that has longevity and perpetuity. That's what I want to be a part of. I don't want them to rush. Take your time, Richard Heart. Take your time, developers. Get it right. It'll take you another 6 months. Block these people out. Don't even worry about what they're talking about, because they'll be the main ones complaining if everything crashed. So it has to be done right. There's so many different intricate. Look at that poster. Go really read what that thing's going to do. It's so many intricate details here. It's not easy to do that. So they have to work out all the bugs and get it to working smooth. And once they get it to working smooth, it's going to be a beast, believe me. And it's worth the wait. It's worth being patient. It's worth marketing for a year. It's worth you telling everybody you know. It's worth it, especially if you have stake in it. You're not getting paid immediately, but your results and your value could be later on a lot of money. A lot of money. I seen Ethereum go to $4,000. We all did. It started. I remember it started like when I noticed it was $6, all the way to 4,000. We know it started at 0, but when I noticed it, it was $6. Pulse has the same ability, if not better. Could you imagine some of you guys sitting on millions of coins right now, 4,000 a coin? I mean, come on, man. That's unheard of wealth. So again, where's all the influencers? A lot of you guys, shame on you. You fell off. You fell off. And it's just gonna look funny when you jump back on board when it launched. So stay consistent. Like I said, you guys didn't see me for a minute because my dad, he got his second leg cut off. I had to spend some time with my family. I had some family issues I had to handle. And I'm in another country, I had to move. I did some moving with my new child. I mean, I had some issues going on, so I kind of laid off of the microphone for a minute, but I'm back. And Hex is not expected to, Pulse hasn't announced no launch. I haven't seen no expectation date, but I'm back. Because again, like I said, we need the influencers to educate the people as to what this is, how it's going to work, and how they can benefit from it. We need to keep talking and sounding the alarm, because a lot of people are not happy with Ethereum, and there's going to be an option. I mean, now a lot of people using Binance, but like I said, Binance just got hacked. And Binance it's not going to be nowhere near what Pulse is going to be. It's not faster, and it's just not going to have the innovativeness that Pulse is. Okay, so again, I'm just really disappointed with a lot of people that just, because it didn't launch in 3 months, 5 months, or whatever, but they're not looking at the assignment. See, one thing about being a real estate appraiser, we charge based on the assignment. We have to first define the assignment. And once we define what needs to be done, what's the problem here? Okay, what is the problem here? They're trying to get the value, but what's the problem? So once you define the problem and you define the assignment, then you can come up with a price of what you're going to charge. That's what's going on with Pulse. A lot of you guys are making a hasty judgment because you don't understand the assignment. You really don't understand what the hell going on. You think that's just easy. Oh, fork off Ethereum, fork all the coins, do this, do that. Oh, this should have been done. It has been done. He's already finished it. He told you that. But he has to go and get some bugs out. There's some loopholes. There's some compromising spots. There's some things that might not be functioning. There's some what they call There were some issues with the nodes communicating, you know? So again, let the man do what he do and you do what you do, because he ain't stopped working. He's still working. And a lot of you guys just laying down right now and just, I don't want to stay on that. I don't want to harp on that. I just want to bring it to your attention that a lot of you guys got quiet. What, did you lose faith? Do you think he's not going to go through with it? Or are you just acting like a little spoiled kid because it didn't come out when you wanted to come out? Whatever the case, swallow it, eat it, grill it, and let's get back on our jobs of what we do. Educate the people. Your first concern shouldn't be, oh my God, Hex hasn't, Pulse hasn't launched. Your first concern should be, let me educate more people. Let me enlighten more people as to what's coming and how it works and how they can benefit from it. See, when that's your function and purpose, you're not worried about the money. The money gonna come. See, Richard Heart ain't worried about the money. He already got money, but he has a purpose. And when you have a purpose, that's bigger than money. That's bigger than money. So with that, I'm gonna sign out. I want you guys to like and subscribe to my channel, Family Cash Machine, follow the money, EB Crypto, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to start going more intricate details into the post, what it's going to do. I want the average people to see what's coming and how they can benefit from this. Okay, so guys, see you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and power to the Hexicans and the 5555 and the Pulsechains, whoever you are. Congratulations for being a part of it. It's nothing like this ever in the history of cryptocurrency. And it's going to open up so many opportunities for so many people to make so much money. It's an exciting ride, okay?